Started recording. Okay, we're on Nedarim, Perek Yud Mishnah Vav. So let's go to, until now we've talked about, in our Mishnah, we've talked about a few kinds of women, about Hafarat Nedarim. We said when she's a Na'ara B'Veit Abiyah, her father does Hafarat Nedarim, can annul her vows. When she's Nusua, the husband can annul her vows. When she's a Na'ara Me'orasa, the father and the husband together can annul her vows. Our Mishnah, you guessed it, is going to talk about a shomeret yabam. What's a shomeret yabam? Shimon had married Leah. Shimon and Leah were married, but then Shimon died. Okay, Reuven is what's called and both Reuven and Dan are shomer yabam. She's shomeret yabam. Leah is a shomeret yabam for Reuven and Dan. So, what happens? Can Reuven and or Dan be mefer nidareha or not? That's the topic of our Mishnah. Says the Mishnah, shomeret yabam, a woman who's designated for a yibum. Whether there's only one brother, let's say Dan, there was no Dan. There was only one brother there. Okay? Or whether there's two yavamim, the Mishnah says. Rabbi Eliezer Omer Yafer. Rabbi Eliezer says, yes, he could do Hafarat Nedarim. We're going to see the Bartuner in a second. Rabbi Yeshua Omer, Rabbi Yeshua says, Le'echad aval lo lishnayim. Only if there's one brother, but if not if there's two. Rabbi Akiva Omer Le'echad, lo le'echad, v'lo lishnayim. If there's one, not if there's one, or not if there's more than one brother. Let's look at the Bartunura. Why does Rabbi Eliezer say Yafer? How can one brother do it? When he does ma'amar. Let's go back to our little chart. So here, Reuven did ma'amar. He gave her money l'shem kiddushin. Okay, and that means that it's like a erusin in a sense. So therefore, once Reuven does erusin, Rabbi Eliezer says he can do hafarat nedarim. The svir leilu Rabbi Eliezer. Ma'amar koneh biyabama kinyan gamur min haTorah. If he does ma'amar, meaning if he gives her kesef kedushin, that's kinyan gamur. Therefore, if she was a na'ara me'orasa, via v'yavama, she'asaba ma'amar mifirin nidareah. Right? If her father's alive, then her father also has power over her, like a normal na'ara me'orasa. So that's Rabbi Eliezer opinion. Rabbi Yeshua says, no, le'echad, ava lo lishnayim. Because Rabbi Yeshua says, no, Ma'amar is not Kinyan Gamor, so they're not totally married. That's what the Bartunura says. So therefore, there is what's called Zika. Okay, but that's only if there's nobody else there. Okay, but if there's two Yivamim, then no one can beat the other. So that's all therefore only if there's one and not two. Rabbi Akiva Omer, Rabbi Akiva says, Le'echad, lo le'echad v'lo l'shnayim, neither one nor two. Let's go back to the Bartunura for a second. Why? Desava Zika eina kikinusa. He says there's only Zika. Uma'amar eno koneh kinyan gamur min haTorah. He holds that Zika is not enough like kinisa, so they're not like they're married. And Ma'amar is not a kinyan gamur, whether there's one or whether there is one or not. So therefore, Rabbi Akiva says, even if he does Ma'amar and Reuven does Ma'amar to Leah, nonetheless, sorry, they're not married yet. Ma'amar is not kinyan gamur, and Zika, the Zika, i.e., the designation of her as a shomeret yabam, is not enough to Rabbi Akiva to make the husband able to do Hafarat Nedarim. Now the Mishnah now is going to discuss or chronicle a conversation. Amar Rabbi Eliezer. So Rabbi Eliezer says to Rabbi Akiva, one second. If he had married her herself, i.e. an Arusa, then he could do Hafarat Nedarim. The husband could do Hafarat Nedarim. Isha shiknolo ignulo min hashamayim. Eno din she'afer nidareha. Okay, so a woman who is hignula min hashamayim, she's designated from the Torah. Meaning, when Shimon dies, Leah becomes designated for Reuven. Okay, let's leave that out of the picture. Leah becomes designated min hashamayim, so certainly he should do hafarat nedarim. Amar lo Rabbi Akiva lo. Rabbi Akiva says no. Im amart be'isha shekanahu la'atzmo. That's true if the husband did himself. I agree if he did erusin. She'ein la'acherim ba'rashut, that nobody else has rashut. Tomar be'isha shiknu lo min hashamayim sheyesh la'acherim ba'rashut. Yes, okay, that's true if he can only show him. Let's take the case of Dan. Okay? If Dan is around, so there's two Yivamim. So now Reuven, true, he does Ma'amar. What happens now if Dan comes along and also does Ma'amar? We've learned before that Dan's Ma'amar can mess up Reuven's Ma'amar, and they both have to give a get. So therefore, you can't say, oh, Reuven has din from Hashemayim, therefore he could do Hafarat Nedarim. Dan can also mess up Reuven. Okay, that's what Tomar be'isha shukin l'shamayim sheyesh la'acherim ba'rashut. Other people have rashut as well. There is zikuk to other brothers. Amar lo Rabbi Yeshua, so Rabbi Yeshua says, okay, Akiva, dvarecha b'shnei yavamim, ma'atai meshiva yavam echad. That's true if there's both of them. But let's go back. Let's get rid of Dan, right? And let's assume, what would you say if there's one? You said whether there's one or two. Even if only Reuven is there and only Reuven did Mamar, he still can't do Hafarat Nedarim Rabbi Akiva. Why did you say that? Amar Lao, he said, Eina yibama gmura yabam, kishem shaharusa gmura isha. Yibum is not kinyan gamur, okay? The same way that arusa is gemura isha. It's not considered kinyan gamur. Why? Chayav mita haba alea, kishem shaharusa gmura isha le'inyan chiyuv mita. He says, look at the case of what happens if Leah has extramarital relations. If she's married to Shimon, Shimon's alive. She has extramarital relations, it's a chiyuv mita. But if Shimon dies, and now she's a shomeret yabam, and Leah goes outside of the yibum and has relations with another man, she's not chayavet mita. It's not as considered, so therefore it's not the same. Therefore, says Rabbi Akiva, until Reuven actually is kones Leah, until the yibum itself, Reuven cannot annul her vows. A little complicated, hopefully pretty clear. We'll stop here and dedicate our Mishnah to the memory of my father, Rav Simcha ben Yitzchak Kalman. Have a good day.